The Naval Academy Midshipmen are going to be playing the University of Alabama Birmingham Blazers in an in-conference AAC game. Now, UAB has been pretty horrific the past few years. Uh, since 2023, they are 8-17, and they got worse last year from 2023. Y'all. Navy, on the other hand, has Brian Newberry, who has been at Navy since 2019, but only head coach since 2023. He is 16-10 there. He was at Kennesaw State before that, Northern Michigan before that. He's a defensive person. Sewanee School of the South before that. Sewanee, hey, folks, a little bit of trivia. At one time, Sewanee was considered a national powerhouse on just the football level. Okay, and then 1930s ended and they quit being that. But actually 1920s ended and they stopped being that. But they were at one point. He was at Elon, Washington and Lee, twice, Lehigh, and Southern Arkansas. He was a defensive back for Baylor. And he's 16-10 as a head coach. Navy just had they played BMI 52-7. UAB Blazers started out the year with a win. That was against Alabama State, 52-42. So they're looking like they've got an offense this year. That's the basic thing to go with. And this will be an interesting game if they've gotten that offense going because Navy, coached by a defensive person, and UAB, coached by a quarterback, Trent Dilfer, are going to be clashing at the Navy Marine Corps Stadium in Annapolis. So let's take a look at these two teams, and I'll give you my prediction for it. And also, hit like and subscribe. I seem to have folks that are leaving me because I'm not covering women's basketball constantly. I cover sports. I prefer two sports, but I also cover basketball. I prefer college football and I prefer college women gymnastics. I will cover the Olympics because I love the Olympics. I will cover sports. So, yes, you get a more grounded. I don't have the time or the ability to cover. I'm not going to cover recruiting. It really doesn't thrill me. I don't cover the transfer portal. That really doesn't thrill me. So I cover the sports that I enjoy from the perspective that I enjoy. So hit like and subscribe if you don't mind. Here we go.
Hey folks, this is Paul with Redneck Sports. I want to thank you for viewing my video. And I want to give you one thought process. There was a famous coach at the University of Tennessee by the name of General Robert Nealon. He had 6 maxims, but number 2 maxim is what everybody should apply to their life. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That's how to live your life right there.
We're going to start with the UAB Blazers. Their quarterback is Jalen Kitna. He was 18 of 23, 2 TDs, no interceptions. 78.3 percentage or 78.3% success rate there. Javon Jackson was their leading rusher, 17 carries, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns. Salam Beeb, 8 for 51 for 2 touchdowns. Isaiah Jacobs, 8 for 42, 1. Jalen Kitna rushed for twice for 14 yards, no touchdown. Corey Milner, hope I got that right. Wide receiver, 5 receptions, 98 yards, 1 TD. That's better than what UCLA had. Iverson Hooks, 7 for 73, 1 touchdown. Brandon Hawkins Jr., 2 for 41. Solomon Beebe, 1 for 16. Xavier Daisy, 1 for 10. Evan McRae, 1 for 7. Isaiah Jacobs, 1 for 2. So they've got a pretty balanced offense, primarily rushing, though. Uh, Leading tackler was Sarad Bryant. He was a safety, had 6 solo tackles, 2 assists. It doesn't. They had 2 sacks against Alabama State, no interceptions. So their defense, looking at their defensive numbers, against an Alabama State team, eh. It's a rushing team that also has the ability to. Jalen Kitna looks like he is somebody that has the ability against an Alabama State team to be dual threat. Well, triple threat because he can throw, he can rush a little bit, and this offense gives him the ability to hand off to primarily Javon Jackson, who looks like a stud at this point. And so Solomon Beebe is looking really good too. So, this if Navy can contain their run, but that's what UAB's got to do. Their defense doesn't look like they could hold Alabama State though. 52-42, their defense does not look that great. And let's talk about the team that I am probably a little bit more homer on. Uh the Navy Midshipmen. Blake Horvath, 66 passing yards. Hey, you have Braxton Woodson back, Blake Horvath back, Eli Heidenreich back, Alex Teska back. Yep, you heard me. Yes, I watched them last year. Blake Horvath was 6 of 7, 85.7 completion rate, 1 touchdown thrown. Uh, Braxton Woodson, who is the QB2 and he's a leading rusher, 3 of 7, no touchdowns thrown. Braxton Woodson was leading rusher, 7 carries, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. Alex Teska, 15 carries, 89 yards, 1 TD. Eli Heidenreich, a wide receiver, 9 carries, 70 yards, 1 touchdown. I'm not going to go through them all, but another notable one, Shane Reynolds, 4 for 18, 1 touchdown. Blake Horvath only rushed twice, 14 yards. That's a little, sad for them. But Eli Heidenreich, 6 receptions, 65 yards, touchdown. Nathan Kent is back. 1 for 12. Alex Teska, 1 for 10. Luke Hutchison, 1 for 5. Their defense, Luke Perez, they're not looking okay. 5 assists. Mark Anthony Parker, 1 solo, 4 sacks. They had 5 sacks in that game. So their defense is looking a lot better, and they've got a lot more people that are out there for this. No interceptions, though. It was, you don't want to keep Blake Horvath in there. But there's a whole lot of production that is back. Braxton Woodson and Blake Horvath. You've got 2 very good teams or very good quarterbacks in there. People don't pay attention to what he is. This is somebody that if you're not paying attention to him, you are going to wish you had been. And Braxton Woodson, holy cow. He's, you know, this is a very scary offense. You don't know where it's going because you've got so many options. The quarterbacks do so many things. Nathan Kent, Alex Teska, Eli Heidenreich. Let me tell you something. You've got to pay attention to them. So you've got so many things to do that a defense that can't hold Alabama State to less than 42, yeah. So I'm going to come out and say it. This is going to be a scoring juggernaut game. I see Navy winning this. It's going to come to a shootout, maybe. Depends on the defense. Navy's defense was pretty good last year. Yeah, I'm not seeing that this is going to be a problem for Navy. You've got a defense that can't hold out an FCS school to less than 42 is not going to hold a Navy team that has so many weapons available to it. You don't know where it's going to. TK Hodges, rushing. They've got wide receivers rushing. You've got what running backs that are Alex Teska that receives and is scary at it. Nathan Kent, Eli Heidenreich. Let me tell you something. Last year, if you weren't watching, you're missing out. This is a Navy team that is scary from the word go. So I'm going to say that it is going to be a Navy game. UAB, unfortunately, looks like they're a little bit better when it comes to offense, but their defense is not looking that good. That's what I'm thinking. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
I want to thank you for watching my video. And if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, and comment. Y'all have a good day now.